This is All India Radio. The news read by Anuja Kumar. India awaits the return of Indian Air Force Wing Commander Abhinandan from Pakistan's custody. In a joint briefing with officials of the Army and the Navy last evening in New Delhi, Air Vice Marshal R.G.K. Kapoor said IAF has learnt that Pakistan has announced the return of Wing Commander Abhinandan to India today. He said IAF is happy and looking forward to it. Our correspondent, quoting official sources, reports that Wing Commander Abhinandan is expected to arrive at Attari-Wagah border this evening. The officers of the Indian Air Force, the BSF and the civil administration will receive Abhinandan at the border. At Attari-Wagah border, large number of people from all walks of life have reached to give a warm welcome to the officer. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has said that the fight against terrorism is not a confrontation against any religion. Addressing the inaugural plenary of the Foreign Ministers' Meet of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, in Abu Dhabi today, Ms. Swaraj said every religion in the world stands for peace, compassion and brotherhood. Ms. Swaraj also said she carries the greetings of 1.3 billion Indians, including more than 185 million Muslims brothers and sisters, adding that India's Muslim brothers and sisters are a microcosm of the diversity of India itself. This is for the first time that India has been invited to an OIC meeting as a guest of honor. Pakistan Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has admitted that terrorist group Jaish-e-Mohammed JEM chief Masood Azhar is in Pakistan and is unwell. Masood Azhar is the chief of the JEM that claimed responsibility for the Pulwama attack in which 40 CRPF personnel became martyred. India has handed over a dossier to Pakistan on Wednesday with specific details of the JEM complicity in Pulwama terror attack and the presence of JEM terror camps and its leadership in Pakistan. India had also expressed regret at continuing denial by Pakistan's political and military leadership at the presence of terrorist infrastructure in territories under its control. Till now, Pakistan has taken no concrete actions to dismantle the infrastructure of terrorism on its soil. JEM, which is proscribed by the UN, has been responsible of a series of terrorist attacks, including on the Indian Parliament in 2001 December and the Pathankot Air Base in January 2016. The US has reaffirmed its demand that Pakistan abide by its UN Security Council commitments to deny safe havens to terrorists and block their access to funds. The US welcomed Islamabad's decision to release the captured Indian Air Force pilot. BJP President Amit Shah has said that India, under Narendra Modi government, has sent out a strong message to Pakistan. Addressing a conclave in New Delhi today, Mr. Shah said, after the airstrikes, those supporting terrorism across the border now know that a response will come from the Indian side. He said Pakistan, as a terror backer, has been exposed. Mr. Shah said Pakistan Prime Minister should have criticized the Pulwama terror attack and it is up to Pakistan to decide where the relations would go. Replying to queries on general elections, Mr. Shah said BJP will fight the 2019 elections over various issues. He said BJP will perform even better in the 2019 general elections than it did in 2014. The US-based rating agency Moodys has said Indian economy is expected to grow at 7.3% in 2019-20. In its quarterly global macro outlook for 2019 and 2020 released today, the agency said the country is less exposed to a slowdown in global manufacturing trade growth than other major Asian economies and emerging markets and is poised to grow at a relatively stable pace in the 2 years. Moodys said the announcement in Interim Budget 2019-20 on direct cash transfer program for farmers and the middle-class tax relief measures will contribute a fiscal stimulus of about 0.45% of GDP. Moody's growth estimates is based on calendar year. India, however, measures its economic growth on the basis of fiscal year from April to March. And with that, we end this news bulletin.